Hi guys, today I want to talk about how we can rotate better in our backswing, how we tilt and turn at the same time in our backswings, and it's a really key area that hopefully you can go and practice, work on and improve your game. So in order to get a good backswing, we need to have good weight transference. So we want our weight on our trail leg and our trail foot in order to move it to the other side into our lead leg and our lead foot as we're coming back down and through the golf ball and onwards into our finish. Now I know a lot of golfers, me included, have sometimes misinterpreted this, and we tend to turn a little bit too level to the ground with our lower half. Now to give you an example, if I turn level to the ground and I keep it going, my weight's actually transferring across to my lead leg, which I don't want that to happen. I want weight to transfer into the ball. If it's already here, then it's already there. There's nothing to transfer through. So we want to be able to do this correct movement, this correct transfer of our weight. So a little practice you can try here is to stand up pretty straight, and I want you to try to move your lower half to the right for a right-handed player and push it, don't turn, just push it across. Now you'll see my spine is now a little bit exaggerated. It's gone a little bit this way. But as I push that across, that's putting me in a position now where I can rotate around my right foot, ankle and right leg. Now, I'm not a big advocate of maintaining too much flex in the trail knee here, in my right knee. I really want to feel like it's not straight, but it's just straightened a little bit, so I can really feel like I'm stood on that leg, ready to really work back through the golf ball. So what we're trying to create is this here and then turn. So now if I do it from a little bit more of a golf setup position, so a little bit of knee flex, come over a little bit, and I do the same. Now I can turn into this leg, and from there you can drive through. It almost puts you in a position where you haven't got to think about it coming back, because you're in the correct position, and what happens, it will just respond back through into your straight lead leg in the finish of your swing. So it's really key to create this angle. So that's purely lateral. This is an incorrect golf movement, but it's to give you the feeling. Now if I flex my left knee, you'll see how my left shoulder is lower, and I can then wind up, and I'm almost fully off that left foot of mine here. It's almost fully turned into this trail leg. And that's going to apply so much more power naturally. You haven't got to hit it harder. You will naturally create more power and more club head speed from that position. So just to recap, try not to get bogged down with keeping level here. It's not a level turn. There has to be this motion here. The hips don't turn level to the ground, and that's why a lot of golfers sort of can't feel how they get their weight into that trail leg, because it starts going back here. I'm about 50-50 now, and if I turn more, I'm now 70% here, and I'm sort of in my own way. So it's trying to create this without moving your head. So if I do it stood up straight, add some knee flex, now rotate, I'm really stood on that trail foot. Really feels like I'm really going to add power without trying to hit it any harder. So from this angle, again stood up straight, my hips are just going to you, they're not turning, and there's a sort of threshold to that there. Now if I do it again, but add a little bit of knee flex, come over a little bit, I'm still going to do this one. I haven't turned, there's no rotation here, a little bit more. Now, as I rotate around this trail leg, you'll see it's pulling my foot up, not thinking about that, that's natural for the human body. And I'm really stood on that leg, but I haven't moved my head here to actually appease what it is I'm trying to do. And as we go back, do one here with the ball. So if I exaggerate it here, and now I'm going to turn around that trail leg, it really feels powerful. And I know I'm going to hit the ball further from that position than if I try to turn level to the ground. So if now I turn more level to the ground, it probably doesn't look too bad, but I almost feel like I'm falling onto my left leg almost before I've got to the top of my backswing. So my weight's now on the wrong leg when I've achieved the top of my backswing position. So really feel like you're getting a little bit of this movement at the start, not this movement at the start of your swing. Here, and then rotate around that right leg, and I think you'll find you'll play so much better just with that slight change of perception, if you like, as to how the hips should operate. They should be lower. The lead hip should be lower than the trail hip. We want the lead shoulder to be lower than the trail shoulder. But if we keep our hips level to the ground, it's going to make my upper half want to be level to the ground. And that's fine if the ball's out there, but not when it's down here on the floor. I really think this will help. Do it carefully, do it slowly. Do it with a little bit of purpose when you go and practice. But one last time, you're over the ball. And it's this. That's the first movement that you're looking for in your swing. And then we rotate around it. If the first movement, just isolating the lower half motion, if it's level to the ground here, I really feel uncomfortable and I feel like I'm going to spin out of the shot. Could slice it, could hook it, could do anything really. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about that. Give it a try, and as ever, like, subscribe, share and all of that. And until next time, thanks very much for watching.